Hi guys, coming to you again from Carter's bedroom. As I said on Monday's video, I'll be doing another one on Thursday, so this is the Thursday video. I hope you've had a chance to do some of the assignments, because in this video that's what I'm going to be talking about, and kind of sharing my thoughts, and some maybe giving you guys some of the answers too. So if you didn't completely finish this week's assignments yet, you still have time to do that. Friday is considered Good Friday, and I know I said that all work should be submitted on Friday. You don't have to submit it every day. I get that question a lot. You could just submit it as all one document on Friday, that's fine. And because Friday is considered, a holiday for school, if we were in school Good Friday, you can have up until Monday to do that too. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I'll also be sending that out. So again, Monday's videos are just to kind of review the agenda for the week and review some of the topics that you're going to be going over for the lessons. And then Thursday's videos are going to be after you've done some of the work. I kind of want to review it with you, right? If we were in class together, that's what I would be doing, right? Reviewing the work with you, going over some of the answers, and that's about it. So your pre-reading journal, if you haven't chosen a topic yet where you had to describe a time when someone told you something about yourself you did not like or want to hear, because that's what Miss Strangeworth was doing, right? You had to write a narrative. And if you haven't written it yet, go back in the text and look at the description of Mrs. Strangeworth's house, or even the town, the way she's dressed. Those details are really strong with narrative qualities. So look at the adjectives and the verbs, and then check your own writing to make sure that you have them as well. Try to add similes, right? That's a comparison using like or as, right? Or personification or sound effects, right? That's onomatopoeia. So that's what good narrative writing has. So check back in those in the text at those examples, and that will help you for your own. Okay, a time when I was told something about myself that I didn't like. I've shared this story with a few of you, right? But it was a time when I was broken up with at a baseball game, right, by my 8th grade boyfriend's best friend. And that was definitely something I didn't want to hear. So I could definitely write about that. I knew, exactly the weather that day, the temperature. It was like an awesome spring day, and we had just walked to 7-Eleven and, gotten candy and soda to watch or to use at the game. I could definitely tell you my feelings, how sad and upset I was, and how my best friend was there to comfort me. So, that moment of mine, I could really explode, and I still remember it, to this day. And like I said, I have told you, a few of you about it. Okay, so after you read, and hopefully you've already read, because it is Thursday, so you already should have read. I don't want to give away too many things, right? But the next thing you had to do after the vocabulary was read the story, choose the main conflict of the story. I think it could be two different things. Remember, an internal conflict is a conflict that she has with herself. So I don't think Miss Strangeworth she has a problem with evilness in the world. She thinks that everyone is evil, and she definitely has a problem with things not being perfect. So I would say that would be an internal conflict, right? It's something that she's kind of dealing with in her mind, in her head. Also, though, if you did an external conflict, right, that's with a force of nature or another character, you could possibly say that she has a conflict with her neighbors, right? Obviously, there's a lot of neighbors that she has conflicts and problems with. So those are the two choices that I would come up with. But again, you have to find two pieces of evidence, and that's up to you. How would you characterize Mrs. Strangeworth? That's the next piece you have to complete. I picked out, she's very particular. She's very wanting everything to be neat and tidy, like her roses have to be perfect, or her house, the way she eats. She's very opinionated is another trait to characterize her. I would even say that she's extremely nosy into everyone's business, right? Again, I don't want to give too much away because if you haven't read it yet, I want you to go into the text and find the character traits that would suit her best based upon your own reading. And then finally, the last assignment that you have is where you have to choose a theme. There's 3 choices, and then you have to use text-based evidence to support your theme. So this is more, at the beginning was a narrative, and this is more analytical. So number 1, appearances can be deceiving. Mrs. Strangeworth, right? She seems very sweet on the outside, very friendly with everyone, okay? But then really deep down, we know that this title, right? The possibility of evil, she is that. 2, sometimes with good intentions come evil acts. She thinks by writing these letters that she's doing something good, but do you really believe that? Do you really believe that she has good intentions for her neighbors? And then 3, karma. Unjust or mean behavior will come back around to haunt you. And again, I don't want to give anything away, but what happens at the end, right? It all comes back to haunt her in the end, and it all comes back to hurt her. So again, you have to pick out of those 3 and then use text-based evidence to support it in 8 to 10 sentences. So I hope I reviewed enough for you. I think I went over each part without giving too much away. Again, all of this is due on Friday in a document on Google Classroom. Again, a lot of you are sharing things with me, but it shouldn't be shared. It should be posted in Google Classroom or it will not be looked at, right? Because that's what we're using. We have to use Google Classroom. Okay, so I guess that's it. I miss you guys. Again, I wish we were talking in person. Because this would have been a really good story to talk about, and I think some really good topics would have been brought up. I hope all is well, and I'll see you guys. I'll be on Google Meet Thursday at 12:30, and I think the Google Meet code is April 9th, possibility of evil, so if you'd like to join that. And if not, I'll be making another video and seeing you guys next Monday for next week's lesson. All right, bye guys.